Here's one more. Here's one more moment from that. Joyce Beatty, Democrat from Ohio, questions Zuckerberg on the
more black
diversity
women than Zuckerberg's ever been within his life.
Diversity initiative at Facebook.
Now, have you read the report that Laura Murphy sent to you? You've talked a lot about diversity, and you introduced her name about this great study in her work. Have you read it? Do you know what the recommendations were? Do you know when she issued the report? Yes or no?
I've seen the report.
Okay, tell me what the top three
I've seen
things
the
were,
report.
because I have it right here. What were the top three things in her report?
Oh, man.
Somebody talked about lying in this committee. I'm only saying it.
Well, one of them was around housing ads, which we've talked about. The other was around setting up a civil rights task force.
And who's on the Civil Rights Task Force?
Sheryl Sandberg is the person she's...
What's civil rights? Okay, we know Cheryl's not really civil rights, so I'm trying to help you here. She's your COO, and I don't think there's anything, and I know Cheryl well, about civil rights in her background. So come better than that for me, if we're going to talk civil rights.
It's an internal task force.
Do you know who the firm that you employ for civil rights is?
Congressman, I don't know.
How could you not know when you have employed the most historical, the largest civil rights firm to deal with issues that are major? And this is what's so frustrating to me. It's almost like you think this is a joke when you have ruined the lives of many people, discriminated against them. Do you know what percentage of African Americans are on Facebook in comparison to majority folks? Do you know what the percentages are?
People using the Facebook?
Yes. Do you know what the percentages are for African Americans?
I don't, because we don't collect the races of people.
Well, it came out in the report in the Pew Research Center that was sent to you. So maybe you just don't read a lot of things that deal with civil rights or African Americans. I have a lot of questions I'm going to send to you that I'm not going to be able to get through, and I would like an answer, because this is appalling and disgusting to me, and I yield back.
Like, I've discovered
What
a
are
lot
the
of them
chances?
are very
What are the
excitable.
chances that Zuckerberg goes home, goes down, takes the elevator down to his subterranean lair, and just starts to plot on how he can take over Congress?
Yeah, I think I don't even think you need to wait till he gets into the aquatic mansion. I think that's.
Can't we just buy them?
There's a clip from Silicon Valley, which is a really good show, where I guess he's more of a Jobs or the guy from I think Cisco Systems, but he's sitting with his lawyers after getting protested, and somebody throws a water balloon at him or something, and he's drying off, and he goes, there was a time when a man like me could have people like that killed. And he's like, times have changed, of course, for the better. And then he pauses, he goes, unless each loop goes back to are you really sure that I can't kill protesters?
It's amazing how much Mark Zuckerberg looks like a student who is lying about having done the reading.
This reminds me of, it's like his gen ed requirement for Soch at Harvard. It's like,
I saw it. I saw the
Congresswoman,
research.
you're not the first African-American authority figure that I've had to lie to about caring about this subject. Chances are he won't be the last.
All right, let's try and take a...